morning, welcome to this edition of Crash Course. Today I want to talk about driving in bad weather. Just yesterday we traveled down to Nelspruit, and again we encountered some very heavy rains, as we do over certain periods of the year in South Africa. One of the things people do wrong a lot in bad weather is that they don't understand the dangers of bad weather driving. One of the things that people typically do, as an example, is they'll tend to drive with a so-called predictive mindset. In other words, they drive, they see that nothing is wrong in front of them, and they assume that the world will stay the same. Nothing will go wrong, nothing can go wrong. Then when things go wrong suddenly, as they invariably do in bad weather, as we've seen with the collision that happened right in front of us, is people were driving, a guy hit a puddle of water or a log that was lying in the road, and there was sudden chaos, and it hit the side of a truck and then left the road. In that instance, there were no injuries. Fortunately, we stopped and assisted, but the truck driver, as an example, couldn't speak a word of English, didn't understand anything I was saying, and I couldn't even get him to understand that he needs to report the case to the police. I ended up giving him my business card and asking his boss to call him, to get his boss to call me. The thing about bad weather driving is that sometimes people forget that it's not driving in bad weather is not anything like this whole ostrich thing. If an ostrich puts his head under the ground, as we all know, there's this thing that we believe that the world can't see us either. Well, the fact is that when you're driving in bad weather, just because you can see doesn't mean everybody else can see you. It is difficult to see a grey car against a grey road background in greyed out conditions when it has no lights on. So when you drive the vehicle, make sure you make a point of turning on your lights. It's because people don't think about road safety that they don't think about things like this. They tend to forget to turn on their lights. Well, there's not really a big excuse for that. Another thing you've got to be aware of with bad weather is that conditions change day to night. At night, the visibility can be so bad that it's actually impossible for you to see properly. You have to adjust your speed to the prevailing conditions. Don't trust that nothing is in front of you just because there normally isn't. Slow down, take heed. Another thing people don't realize is when you approach a set of traffic lights in rainy weather at night, you get something called the green veil effect, or the red veil for that matter, but you should be stopping at a red light. But where green lights are involved, you'll approach, and the glare from the green lights, especially the modern LED types, will cause a veil effect. It's like you can't see through it. Then you go ahead because the light is green, and as you pierce the veil, only then can you see clearly other side the traffic light. And the problem is that if there's any obstruction, pool of water, or a broken down car, anything, you might not be able to see it until it's too late. So the takeaway for today is drive slower, leave bigger gaps, plan ahead, be careful, turn on your lights. It's very important. It's so simple, but on one trip we must have passed at least 10 different accident scenes. People, take it easy, take care, and be safe. As always, remember to go onto our YouTube channel, follow us to join the YouTube channel, subscribe as it were. Go down to the bottom, stick us a like if you enjoy this kind of stuff, and perhaps on the little star it will allow you to get live updates of the videos as they come out. All of the best, safe driving, thank you.